Did you know that summer is flea and tick season? Yes, it is, and we want to protect our pets. So joining us now is Dr. Lisa Lannon. She is with the Arizona Humane Society, a veterinarian. Nice to have you here. Thank you. And you brought along Ruby, who, by the way, is up for adoption. What can you tell us about Ruby?
Ruby is a 5-year-old Schnauzer and probably Cairn Terrier or some kind of terrier mix. And she will be at our Sunny Slope location, available starting today.
Starting today, all right. And she's very calm, mild-mannered, but very sweet. Look at Ruby. We're thinking Ruby needs to be a doctor.
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the difference between fleas and ticks. What is that?
Okay, fleas are actually considered insects, and they can jump. So they can jump about 150 times the length of their body.
Yikes.
So that would be like a human jumping 1,000 feet into the air.
Wow.
So it's easy for them to go from dog to dog or cat to cat. And when you see them, that's only 5% of what you have in your house. The other 95% is in maybe carpet, bedding.
Oh, goodness.
So lots of cleaning, washing.
We're looking at pictures of those, by the way. And so what about ticks?
Ticks are arthropods. So they're a little bit more, they're considered a type of arachnid, but we don't call them spiders by any means.
But they look like it.
They can. And they all like to drink blood, both the
nice.
fleas and the ticks. And
Ruby didn't like that, by the way. She looked at you like, please don't talk about that.
she's hiding her face because she doesn't want to get them.
And so why is this such a season that's so prevalent for them? What makes it so, I guess, the season for them?
We have a good climate year-round, but summer tends to bring them all out.
Right.
Fleas like to have damp, dark places, and when we get the monsoon weather, that's when everything comes out. The creepy crawlies come out, I'm sure, as everybody's recognized with scorpions and such.
Right. What's their life cycle?
The fleas are about 30 days, so we talk to people about things that they can put on their pets, and we'll get to that. But then I also talk to people about, for 30 days, you will be cleaning your environment. And in the case of ticks, a lot of times we'll recommend getting outside help with an exterminator.
And they do carry diseases, is that right?
Absolutely, they do. Fleas can carry things like Bartonella and cause anemia. And then ticks can carry diseases that people are familiar with sometimes, tick fever and Lyme disease.
Right, exactly. So it's a very serious issue, and obviously we want to keep them away from our pets. What are the most common places on the body that we see them with our pets?
With the ticks, a lot of times I tell my clients, you're going to want to look in between toes. You're going to want to lift up their ears and look there. You're also going to want to look in their armpits and on their belly. With the fleas, a lot of times it's along the back, towards the rear end. You also want to lift the tail and look under there, and again on the belly.
And so if you see one of these, what do you do? How do you get rid of it?
With fleas, typically, a lot of times I'll tell people to bathe them, and then you can sit and pick them off once they're wet. But we always say get the head wet first, because the fleas will all flee up to there. And then a lot of times I'll tell people to use tweezers. They don't bury their whole head into the skin. It's just going to be the mouth part. So if you grab that tick close to the skin and pull it out, you'll be able to do that.
Okay.
Remove it.
It seems pretty cumbersome. So if you do find that your pet is harboring some of these, can you just take them to a veterinarian such as yourself?
Yes, and we will gladly take them off. It's something that we see every day, and we're more than willing to do. That way we can get them back into the bedroom and sleeping with their owners and being part of the family again.
Well, so now that we know where they are, what they do, how do we prevent it?
There's a lot of different things that we can do. We'll tell people you want to go talk to your veterinarian and find the best choice for your family and lifestyle. But there are topical treatments that you can put onto their fur or onto their skin, and that will absorb and help prevent. But there's also oral medications that you can give them. Some of them last a month, some of them last up to 3 months. Occasionally we'll, in some cases, recommend the collars, but a lot of times we're going to want you to put on a topical treatment, like some of the stuff we have here, the Vectra, the Vectra or Advantix, you can put on them, and then the Brevecto is a 3-month oral pill that they think they're getting a treat, and in a way it is.
Well, sometimes you have to wrap it in a treat. That's what we have to do. So how much does this cost? I mean, is it expensive, or?
It is. Here's what I tell people. It's cheaper to prevent disease than it is to treat it. So I always tell people come in, and it's going to vary from place to place, but here at the Humane Society we also have 2 public clinics that they can bring their pets into, and we'll gladly help.
Okay, so we wanted to talk about the fact that you have low-cost flea and tick treatments at the Arizona Humane Society. So how does somebody go about taking part in that?
We have 2 locations. They're on our website, and The phone numbers are listed there.
Okay.
And they can call, make an appointment, and our veterinarians will have them come in and we'll sit down and have a chat.
All right, that website again is azhumane.org, and Ruby adoption starting today at the Sunny Slope location. Don't forget that. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us.